Now, I'm a big fan of using modern maps where possible to try and figure these battles out, but the mouth of the Ebro today looks like it's the result of sedimentary deposition. That's not a lightning-fast process, but over 2,000 years, it could have been very different. One thing we can say is that the city of Amposta has been there a while. There's evidence of Roman occupation. And the river looks plenty deep and wide through there. So Hasdrubal has marched north to the Ebro River, with his fleet, under the command of Himilco, guarding his flank and beaching the ships with the marching army at night, quite possibly carrying provisions for the army. Gnaeus Scipio, on the other hand, had come south with his fleet and was only 10 kilometres north of the Ebro. And this is where the contest of scouts proved decisive, as it often is at sea. 2 of the Massalian ships spotted the Punic fleet and importantly were able to get away without being detected. Himilco had failed to put ships to sea to scout for the enemy. Scipio packed his ships with soldiers for the short run into the enemy fleet. Hasdrubal's army scouts did spot the Roman fleet bearing down on their camp and used signal fires to warn of the danger. Now, signal fires are a bit of a mystery of ancient times because their use can't have been simple. Gondor calls for aid looks cool and all, and that scene always makes my breath catch, but, hey look, those guys have lit a fire, what are they trying to say, is often a more likely outcome. Even when I see that scene in Return of the King, I start asking questions like, how often does someone climb that mountain to keep the pyre ready? How long did it take them from seeing the nearest fire before they could climb the mountain to light theirs? And how do they stop the enemy from climbing the mountains and ruining the prepared pyres or killing the firelighters who are rushing up there? And this is the 3rd century BCE we're talking about. These guys don't have chainsaws and blowtorches. They definitely had access to pitch, though, and fire steels and tinder. Perhaps the scouts sent to the top of this hill had made themselves useful creating the signal pyre well in advance of when it was needed. All this is lost to history. In this case, though, the fire was lit in time and the message was understood. This time it was the Carthaginian crews caught foraging, and their ships were in desperate danger of being caught on the beach.